Community College Performing Arts Center. For the enjoyment of other audience members, please silence your cell phone and refrain from flash photography, texting, or using social media during the performance. For information about upcoming events, please visit us at mesacc.edu/arts. At this time, we would like to acknowledge and recognize that the land this college sits on is within the ancestral and traditional land boundaries of several tribal nations in Arizona. We are very fortunate to live and work in such an important and amazing place, and we ask all of you to consider the significance of this location. Thank you, and enjoy the performance.
Good evening, everybody. Well, my name is Mr. Trevor Foster. I am the Master of Ceremonies this afternoon. Or this evening, my clients are and I hope you guys all got enough to eat outside, man. Real tradition out there, corn dogs, little mini corn dogs, and chips and all that. So I hope you guys got a lot to eat. And then first and foremost, thank you all for being here tonight to support these incredible young women as they compete for the title of Miss Native Mesa Community College. This year's theme, Awakening the Legacy of Cultural Beauty, was thoughtfully selected by the Pageant Committee to emphasize the importance of Indigenous culture and knowledge as essential foundations for college success. Tonight, our contestants will showcase their skills, knowledge, and cultural pride through the following categories: modeling of traditional attire, introduction of contestants, impromptu questions, presentation of traditional talent, presentation of modern talent, oral presentation on the theme, platform, and meaning of awakening the legacy of cultural beauty. These remarkable young women have dedicated many hours to prepare for this event. Let's give them a well-deserved round of applause to show our appreciation and support. I don't sound like this. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's all written down. Anyway, so before we begin, we kindly ask that you silence your cell phones to ensure an uninterrupted evening. So make sure all those aunties and uncles know that you guys are all over here. So now please rise for the presentation of our colors. At this time, we ask the audience to stand for the posting or presentation of the colors by the American Legion Post 124 from Guadalupe, Arizona. Following the presentation, the national anthem will be sung by Martha Martinez, a member of the Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian community.
Here, 10, hut! Forward, march!
Continue with the prayer for this evening.
now be seated. A round of applause for Ms. Martha Martinez for providing the We will now proceed with the welcome address presented by Jaden Mitchell, who is the president of the Intertribal Student Organization.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, participants and royal guests that are gathered here today. I am truly delighted to welcome you all to the Miss Native Royal Pageant here at Mesa Community College. My name is Jada Mitchell. I am Navajo and Hopi. I am from the Fox clan of the Second Fox tribe of Oklahoma on my maternal grandfather's side. I am part of the County clan and the Nakai Dene from the Navajo tribe, and I am part of the Sun clan from the Hopi tribe. I am a third-year student here at Mesa Community College, majoring in radiology, and I am the president of the Intertribal Student Organization here. It is my honor to stand before you all and begin this pageant with the theme of awakening the legacy of cultural beauty. Today we come here to witness the gracefulness of traditional heritage by celebrating Indigenous culture. This pageant is more than just a competition. It is a platform for our participants to showcase their stories, talents, and what they stand up for. It is a display of pride, courage, and creativity. Last year was the first year that we have had the opportunity to bring back the Miss Native MCC pageant in a long time, and it has been a successful revitalization for the upbringing of the American community here at Mesa on campus. Our exceptional royalty has done an amazing job of representation, showing dedication and commitment to their platforms and community, for putting in so much hard work and effort into empowering others and staying strong in for what they believe in. For all of that, I give a huge applaud and gratitude to Cadence and Caitlin for their spirit and resilience during the reign. I would also like to extend my heartfelt thanks to the organizers, the volunteers and supporters, and those at American Indigenous here who have made this event all possible. And to the contestants for today, thank you for sharing with us your talent, stories, and the beauty of your cultural roots. Your courage and dedication is truly inspiring. As we all watch and listen and enjoy tonight's performances, I encourage you to keep your hearts and minds open to the various segments, for it is not just a competition, it is a representation of a long-standing tradition, their personal journeys, and testament of pride to each participant here. I'd like to conclude with another grand welcoming to this wonderful ceremony of creative talent, ingenuity, and Indigenous identity. Thank you for allowing me to talk and taking the time to be here to witness the loveliest of ladies, and with that, we may begin the pageant. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jaden, for that wonderful welcome. As I mentioned before, these incredible young women have put in a great effort to prepare for this evening. We are now ready to begin our first category, which includes modeling of traditional attire, introduction of contestants, and impromptu questions. Each contestant will take the stage modeling the traditional attire of their prospective tribe, in which they have chosen to represent this evening. After showcasing their attire, each contestant will introduce themselves to us. Following the introductions, we will move on to the impromptu question segment. Each contestant will draw a question from a basket and respond to it to the best of their ability. The questions will cover a variety of topics, including personal goals, cultural heritage and traditions, education and learning, civic engagement, leadership. Each contestant will answer one question. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome contestant number 1, Reagan Ellis. Tonight, Reagan is escorted by Victor Mandriel. She is wearing a deeply meaningful ensemble, each piece carrying a story of love, tradition, and personal significance. Starting from her feet, her moccasins were a heartfelt gift from her grandmother, symbolizing the beginning of a new journey. Her skirt holds a special place in her heart. It was originally her graduation dress, made by the mother of her mentor, whom she also considers a grandmother. The rich maroon color reflects her mother's favorite shape, making it even more meaningful. The sheer floral outer layer is a personal touch, a creation she designed with a close friend. Her black top, a staple in her wardrobe, represents her love for style and self-expression. She has worn it to many significant events in her life. The way she has styled her hair tonight reflects her free spirit, embracing her individuality. Completing her look, the jewelry she wears was gifted to her by her Nolly lady, serving as both a cherished keepsake and a symbol of strength as she walks the path of living in two worlds.
Hello everyone, my name is Reagan Ellis. I'm the first contestant here. I am from Page, Arizona, and I'm currently living here in Mesa. I will now introduce myself in Navajo. Yat es she'er Reagan Ellis yinishye, kia ani nishle sinajini bashishchi, tanazani dashichain todachini dashinele. My parents are Audrey So and Stetson Ellis. My paternal grandma is Dixie Ellis, and she's from Kaibato. And my paternal grandfather is Stanley Ellis, and he is from Kaibato as well. And my maternal grandma is Charlotte So, and she's from Whippoorwill around Chinle and Pinion area. And my maternal grandfather is from Loop and Pinion as well. I am currently a student at MCC. I graduated from Page High School, and I am currently going to school for film, but I'm thinking of going into social work because I really want to do more things with people and putting in a change as well. And I'm also enrolled here at the DJ program here at MCC, so that's kind of exciting. And I'm also part of the Seeds of Wisdom mentorships, and then I know back home I helped organize a women leadership conference for the girls that go to school there, for the teenager girls. And this is who I am. Nice to meet you guys. Thank you for coming to the program. I hope you enjoy the rest of the program.
Now we will proceed with contestant number 1, impromptu question. I don't have my reading glasses. Hey, just kidding. What is one issue affecting Native people that you care about, and how would you help solve it?
One issue that comes to mind is the Pinion mines. Just because I grew up in Pinion and my grandfather is from Loop, a lot of my family members got cancer, and my grandparents, both of them passed from cancer, so, and now seeing what's happening with them transferring uranium and stuff like that, I think one way, it's still in progress now, so I think one way would just be to be active in everything, going over there, learning about the laws, and also talking to other people who also feel the same as well, and help promote that.
Thank you, contestant number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for contestant number 1, Reagan Ellis. And now, we will proceed to our next contestant, escorted again by Victor Mandrell. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 2, Tanel Claw. Tonight, Tanel is wearing a custom-made dark green traditional Dene women's outfit, a collared shirt with cuffing around the wrist, a 3-tiered masana skirt. This outfit was custom made for her by her grandmother, Debbie Jim. For her shoes, she is wearing the traditional kensa, custom ordered for her by her uncles as a gift.
Yate, Shikada Shidana, She New Client, Shet, to Hanadishna, Badish to be Basachin, Kasha, the Shichay to the Jimmy National. Shma Ages Kriyazi Hoye, Shija, Nathan Clement Claw Jr. Hoye, Shimasana A, Madeline Yazi Hoye, Shichay A, Benson Yazi Senior Hoye, Shanala San A, Rena Call Hoye, Shanalas Teen A, Nathan Kenneth Claw Senior Hello everyone, my name is Tennille Claw. I'm 19 years old. I grew up in Pageant, Arizona, and I graduated from Summit High School in Flagstaff. I now live here in Mesa, Arizona. Here at MCC, I'm studying psychology, and I've taken on many leadership roles. I am a public relations officer for the Intertribal Student Organization, as well as a student senator for Psi Beta. I'm also a mentor for the Seeds of Wisdom program. I'm also the second contestant for Miss Native MCC, and I'm a pending member of the 2 honor societies, Phi Theta Kappa and Psi Beta. Thank you. I hope you all enjoyed tonight.
Now we'll go ahead and proceed with contestant number 2's impromptu question. What does being a leader mean to you, and how do you embody leadership in your everyday life?
Thank you for that question. How I embody leadership is just being a role model and seeing and providing people what I want to see in other people, and just providing a role model for younger people, for the younger generation, as well as being what my older generation wished for and hoped for. And how I present that every day is just getting up, trying or attempting to do something new every day, or at least trying to not adhere to the norm. Thank you.
Thank you, contestant number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for contestant number 2. I just realized I just jumped right into the program. I didn't really introduce myself. So, Trevor Foster in the chef. I am the Native American liaison for the Native American Education Program for Mesa Public Schools. And I am running for, no, just kidding. So at this time, we will go ahead and introduce and recognize our esteemed judges for tonight's pageant. These individuals have the important task of judging the wonderful contestants this evening. Judges, as your name is called, please stand to be acknowledged by our wonderful audience. Hit the lights. Judge number 1, Miss University of Arizona, Jasmine Lopez. Jasmine Lopez is a first-generation transfer student studying management information systems with a minor in American Indian Studies. She earned 2 associate's degrees from the Outgoing Community College in Business Administration and Computer Information Systems. Jasmine is Autumn, and her grandmother is Rosalind Smith, is from Big Hills in South Arizona. Jasmine's ambitions after graduation are to continue filmmaking and aid in water and food sovereignty issues. Jasmine Lopez is the 41st Native American University of Arizona. Judge number 2, Anna Cuddington. Anna is Autumn and is a member of the Gila River Indian community. She is a first-generation college student with a focus in education, history, and American Indian studies. She is the tribal liaison for Maricopa County Community College District. Anna has been with Maricopa Community College's district office and Scottsdale Community College, working with American Indian students for over 20 years. She focuses on opportunities to ensure American Indian student education and support services needs are adequately supported. Judge number 3, Adela Bob. Adela Bob is a proud member of the Navajo Nation from Yactahe, New Mexico. Serves as a scholarship coordinator at Mesa Community College. In this role, she helps students secure funding for their education by connecting them with scholarship opportunities, working with donors, and overseeing the awarding process. With nearly 2 decades of experience in higher education, she is committed to empowering students to achieve their academic goals. Adela recently earned her master's degree in educational leadership from Northern Arizona University, a milestone she reached with the support of her husband and 4 children. She is passionate about student success and believes that education is the power tool for personal and community growth. Judge number 4, Luis Novoa. Luis is a first-generation Mexican-American from Mesa, Arizona, and currently serves as the president of MECHA at Mesa Community College. He recently graduated with an Associate of Applied Science in Cybersecurity and is continuing his studies toward a bachelor's degree. Luis is passionate about preserving his cultural heritage and practices danza azteca, a traditional indigenous dance from Mexico and South America. As a leader in MECHA, he advocates for the Chicano unity, empowerment, and education. In his free time, Luis enjoys exploring his culture and connecting with others through his dance and leadership roles. Judge number 5, Rosetta Walker. Rosetta has lived in Arizona for nearly 30 years and currently resides in Tempe with her husband of 38 years and their daughter. She is dedicated community volunteer, advocate, and influencer within the Native American community. In 2022-2023, she served as an elder in residence at ASU's American Indian Student Support Services, mentoring Native students. She is also an elected precinct committee woman in Legislative District 12, serving her 3rd term, and actively promotes voter outreach as a deputy register with the Maricopa County Recorder's Office. Additionally, Rosetta has held board positions with multiple Native American nonprofits, played a key role in success at Sidabaki Museum Indian Market for the past 20 years, and is an engaged member of the Reading is Medicine Book Club. Thank you again to our amazing judges. We greatly appreciate your time and dedication to the class. We will now proceed with our next category for the contestants, the presentation of traditional talents. Let's welcome back contestant number 1, Reagan Alice. For Reagan's traditional talent, she will be sharing a song with us. This song was taught to her by her high school teacher, whom she considers both a mentor and part of her family. During high school, he taught the students various songs, encouraged them to embrace and share them with others. The song she will sing is called Nsahakis Nahat Ina Sihasin. So there's an adult sin husni. The translation is, you're thinking, you're planning as you're a living being. Hope for yourself, your prayers, and song for you to come to be. Reagan's first heard this song during a difficult time in her life, and even now she sings it to herself whenever she needs an uplift. She invites you to sing along and voice record it for yourselves, but she kindly asks that it not be exploited in a negative way. Thank you, contestant number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for contestant number 1.
Hello everyone, and I don't know what I have for me is the lyrics because I feel like sometimes I'll blink out in front of an audience, so just in case. But I don't know if you guys grabbed any of the sheet as well, and I welcome you to join and sing with me, or try to if you want to. Just so I very much like community aspects, so it would be nice. It's not only just me singing, but it would be nice to hear your beautiful voices too. But I really hope you guys enjoy the song, and I'm not singing. Hey, Nisahakes Hasli, Nisahakes Hasli, Nisahakes Hasli, oh, Kalasis Najini, Bieto, Nisahakes Hasli, oh, Kayosh Gazes, Bieto, Nisahakes Hasli, oh, Katzif Naneta, Bieto. Nisaha kes hasli ye oh katsa anagaya kapi ke hojoni ye Biedo nisaha kes hasli ye oh nisaha kes hasli nisaha kes hasli nisaha kes hasli ye oh Kala to zithli ye biedo nahata hasli ye oh Kato kishizitliye, biedo nahata hasliye, oh, katzit naneta iye, katzit naneta iye, biedo nahata hasliye, oh, kapike hojoniye, nahata hasliye, oh, nahata hasliye. Nahata hasli, oh, kala doko uslidi, biedo hasli, oh, kati chitli zitli, biedo hasli, oh, katzit naneta biedo hasli, oh, katsa anagaya kabi ke hojoni biedo hasli, oh, hasli, oh, kala de benesaye, biedo si hasin hasli, oh, kalbis bajine zitliye, biedo Si hasin hasli, oh, katzit naneta biedo si hasin hasli, oh, katzit naneta kapik hojoni biedo si hasin hasli, oh, si hasin hasli, oh, kala zithno ditliye, biedo so desin hasli, oh, kadyo de zithliye, biedo so desin hasli, oh, kadzithnaneta biedo so desin hasli, oh, Katsa anagaya kapi hojoni biedo sin hasli oh so the sin hasli oh kala zifo choi biedo sin hasli oh this is it, biedo sin hasli, oh, kala bitin sa biedo sin hasli, oh, katsa anagaya kapi ke hojoni biedo sin hasli, oh, hey, sin hasli, oh, sin hasli, oh, hey. Sorry,
I sing that song a lot too back at home when we do ceremonies and we do original and Canada, and yeah, that is a huge challenge. So thank you very much, Reagan Ellis. And now we're going to proceed to our next contestant. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome contestant number 2, Tennille Clark. I used to have a grandmother that was 103 years old when she passed on. And one morning I heard her singing her Jean song. And just the way she sung it, I was like, wow. Not all the time, the way she was singing that song, the flow that she had, took me back to my grandmother. Her name was Yana Ba Billy. And she'll sit there and she'll close her eyes and then she'll just sing. About 4 o'clock in the morning, she'll start talking away and start telling stories. And even though she's sitting there by herself, she says that her ancestors are sitting with her, next to her, and that she's actually having a conversation. So it's beautiful to hear those types of songs, especially living in an urban community. I actually miss those songs and miss going to ceremonies. So thank you very much, Reagan. So Taneo will sing a song using a peyote water drum, sharing its significance within the Native American church tradition. Through her performance, she will honor the sacred role of music in prayer and worship.
Hello everyone, again my name is Neil Fall, and today I'll be singing a song. Before I start that, I would like to showcase 2 very important things when it comes to Native American church. I grew up in this environment. My uncles, my aunts, my cousin sisters, my cousin brothers, they all sing, they all sat at the teepee, they all sat around the fireplace. This is what I grew up knowing. This is what I know best. So I thought I'd bring that here. This is my aunt's gourd. It was gifted to her by her grandmother. These are the gay 10. And here we have a white hawk feather that's also used in the Native American church. And now, my brother-in-law will be helping me sing a song composed by Velvet Black Horse called Summer Cloud.
fortunate to witness such talented contestants this evening. Not only have they educated us about their tribes, but also showcased their incredible skills. Round of applause. That song really took me back to a youth education day at White Valley, or White Mesa. And remember tying drum with all my uncles. They're like, sing! At least they forced us to. Let's give these two gentlemen a round of applause. It's good to be back here at MCC, reminding you guys about the powwow on March 8th. Surprised that that's not on here. But come and join us March 8th for the Mesa Community College powwow. I got all my good powwow jokes lined up because I'll be the powwow MC. I was like, dang. One of my students asked me, goes, Mr. T, what's your craziest powwow joke? I said, you know what? There was this Bilagana guy that asked me, why do you natives have round dances? I said, because your ancestors already took the square dance. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna welcome Chichino Spirit.
Good evening, everyone. Man, you guys are really tired from all those mini corn dogs, huh? They took them away, so. But good evening, everyone. My name is Chris Dawsala, and this is my family group. We're called Chichino Spirit. We originally come from the Gila River Indian Reservation, but there's members of our group who are also from the Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian Reservation and the Donna O'odham Nation. And so we are a mixed group of O'odham people. And again, we are called the Akimara'odham, the river people, but in U.S. history, we're called the Pima Indians, P-I-M-A. And we were given that name when the Spanish conquistadors came here to Arizona territory. And they asked our ancestors, ¿Cómo se llama? Well, we didn't speak Spanish, and we replied, Pimach. Pimach means I don't know. So then they called us the Pima Indians. They called us the I don't know Indians. But again, we call ourselves the river people. And we're very happy to be here this evening to participate and to sing these songs and share a little bit of our himdag, our culture with all of you. And we're very grateful for the two girls that came out and shared their traditional talents. And I just want to share with all of you here, it's a hard thing to stand in front of people and speak and to perform and to, again, it's an intimidating feeling. I know firsthand what that's like. Talking in front of you can be intimidating. But again, learning your culture and learning your traditional songs, how to explain them, will carry each and every one of you a long way. Whether you realize it or not, Native people, we only make 2% of this whole world. Again, of this whole country. It's even less in the whole world. And I just want to share that with all of you. It's unique to be Native American. But know that our people, our ways of life, our languages, they are slowly disappearing rapidly. And again, it's up to you young people to pick that up and carry it forward for the future generations. And so right now what the girls are going to perform is known as the basket dance. And it was normally performed in the springtime. And they say that those girls that were ready to be married would have to weave a basket. All winter long, they'd have to weave a basket, a special basket for that ceremony. And then they say when the snow would melt here, the girls would come out of their home dancing with that basket above their head. But it would be filled with the flower petals of the ocotillo cactus, representing fertility. And they would dance with these baskets above their head, and there's a part in there where they sway from side to side. And they say that at that time, those flower petals would fall about them, revealing that beautiful design they've been working on all winter long. And that's the time young men such as these would choose their wife. So it was a courtship ceremony. But the basket was important to the people, because the men didn't choose their wife on how beautiful she was, okay? They choose their wife on how tightly woven the basket was. So he said a woman who took the time to weave that basket was a hard-working woman. And so again, women were judged on their basket-making skills. Today, maybe your fabric-making skills. Okay? But I share with all of you, you are weaving a basket in your own way, and that is through your education. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, that will still carry you a long way. Your employer won't care that you were the captain of the football team. He won't care you were the head of the cheerleading team, or that you were state champion in golf. What they will care about is what is your education, what is your work ethic, what is your skill set. And that is what will provide for you and your family. And that is my message to these young women that are participating in this pageant, to go strong, but remember, their education is priority. And with that, we sing these songs. The girls are going to perform two basket dances, and again, they represent the beauty of women, the hardships that you endure as women, but also, again, your skill set. And we sing that for the two contestants, and all of you here is supporting them. Good luck to both of them. Thank you.
Oh
Thank you again for allowing us to be here and share. And I explained what the dances mean. And again, these songs we're singing, they have deep meaning. They're old. And this last song we're going to share is a song for all of you here who've come. And we're just singing it that after everything's said and done, that we can all leave in a good way. And that there'll be a good feeling here and a good spirit here. And so again, that's what this song talks about. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wonderful evening.
Thank you, Chichino Spirit, for that incredible performance. We truly appreciate your contribution to this evening's event. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a quick 5-minute break. So judges, you can pass on your tally sheets to the tabulators. Man, I wish it was that easy in Powwow, huh? So we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break. So DJ, wherever you're at, play that song that I really like, Reservation Car. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
If you lose your walk. Anyways, she selected the song because it was her favorite of both her mom and grandma. As a child in Pageant, her grandma would often play the song while cooking and cleaning. Now, even though her grandma has passed, when she plays it in front of her mom, it brings her great joy and excitement to hear it once more. It's for a nostalgic and happy song that holds a special meaning for her. Ready? 1, 2, 3, hit it. Nay. Must be from Pageant.
Hey guys, I'm not going to be singing, but I'm just going to be playing my bass guitar. I actually recently was gifted this, and this is like the first song that I learned on this. So I was like, you know what, it'd be fun. Because I was going to play my guitar originally, but I was like, you know what, I want to play bass, something new. And so this is Stand By Me by Ben E.Q. And sorry if I keep messing up. It's kind of new to play with the big I just spaced out the word. Amp. There you go. Thank you. I heard it. Okay, thank you. Started playing instruments, and a lot of it has to do with like my family. My great grandpa, he's from Loop by Grand Falls, and he passed, but I remember it just kind of was in the family. I just kind of grew up with people playing guitars around me, and you know, there were cowboys, had bulls, you know, so it was mostly country songs, like Stay Line, just kidding. And my grandpa knew how to play as well. And my uncle, who's also here as well, I feel like my uncle influenced a lot of what I listened to. Just because my mom was a teen mom, and so my aunties and uncles were pretty young. So like I listened to a lot of like Indian rock, and that just kind of makes me like what my music taste is. And thank you for letting me share this song with you. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Thank you for ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for contestant number 1, Reagan Ellis. Do you know one woman name? All right, and now we will move forward with contestant number 2, Tanel Clark. Give you guys a round of applause again. Like the roadie crew, huh? Working on the stage and making sure everything's all right. Yeah, that's ISO. I believe they're single too. Hey, just kidding. These nephews here are hard workers. One's wearing boots like you heard sheep. He's wearing his work shirt too, so it tells he has a job. We will now move forward with contestant number 2, Tanel Clark. Tanel will showcase her painting and artwork, sharing the inspiration behind her creations. She will explain how and why she paints, expressing culture and beauty with storytelling through her art. Make sure you paint on the good side.
Hey.
Hello everyone, this is Tanel again. I am a painter. Well, I wouldn't say I'm a painter. This took me 3 years to do, and it's not finished. But this is one of the few artworks that I have. Everything else is in storage or at my grandma's house or just scattered all over the place. But this artwork means a lot to me because my uncle did the original sketch, and he just sort of finished it for me. And then I went on and I added the paintings, I added the details. But painting to me is sort of a way for me to relax and to clear my mind of anything, of any grievances, sorrows, or anything that's bothering me or on my mind. It's so easy to step up to a blank canvas and add whatever I'm feeling onto it. And there's something so surreal about making and adding meaning to something that is blank and just adding my own little spice to everything. And it's really unexplainable for me to try to come up here and tell you guys, like, this is how I perceive my art. It's very unexplainable in a way that I can't explain to you how my mind works or how I see things, but this is sort of what I do. This is how I bring myself into this world, and this is how I want to show the world myself. Thank you.
Wow, these ladies have truly put their all into this evening, and it shows. Let's go ahead and give them another round of applause. It's kind of funny, all I see on the script is, at this time. All Indigenous can make it sound important. At this time. Sounds like my medicine man. At this time, we're going to call for morning water. We will proceed with the recognition of visiting royalty. As your name and title are called, please stand and wave to our audience. Hannah Williams, Miss Native UA Ambassador. Julie Barber, Mesa Community College Dean of Students. Isabella Newman, Miss Indian Arizona. Johanna Ben, Miss Indian Arizona Second Attendant. Rihanna Carroll, first runner-up Miss Gallup Intertribal Indian Ceremonial Team Freshman for 2025. Taylor King, Miss Salt River 2024-2025. Zoe Hernandez, Miss Salt River, first attendant, 2024-2025. Iona Toya, Junior Miss Salt River, second attendant, 2024-2025. Kaya Dixon, 2025 Indigenous Co-Ambassador of NAU. Monica Yazi, Miss Indigenous ASU, 2024-2025. Zoe Bender, Little Miss Wallapai, 2024-2025. Lenora Smith, Miss MCC Auntie. You really hear Nate laughing. Please join me in giving all of our royalty a round of applause as they have each demonstrated excellence in similar categories and continue to represent their communities with pride. Now we are nearly there and we enter our final category for this evening, the oral presentation of this year's theme and their platform, Awakening the Legacy of Cultural Beauty. Let's welcome contestant number 1, Reagan Ellis.
Hello everyone, again, third time, fourth time. I feel like I kind of broke the barriers and I spit some jokes. Just kidding. Nice to meet you guys again. My name is Reagan, and the platform that I want to promote is the journey of healing yourself. The reason that I chose this platform for me is, personally, I think in this time, in this day and age, it's very easy to get lost, just of who you are, your sense of self, your authenticity. And I think that's something that I think is kind of getting, not lost, but it's getting harder to find when you go out into the world and, you make friends or talk to people. And even not just in that, just feeling lost in general, either, for me, I had to reconnect with my culture, and for me, that it gave me more a self-assurance of who I am, and it helped a lot. I think it's like learning your past, because that's who you are, past, present, future, because that's what we're trying to do, is just live through life, the past, present, and future. And, life is, unexpected. So a lot of people, even as younger people, with the situation, how everything is, it's a lot harder for them to really maybe even ask for help. And that's why I wanted to do the journey of healing yourself, because, it's your physical, your mental, and your spiritual that I think is yourself. It's who you are. And how I'm gonna, how I integrate that with the awakening the legacy of culture beauty is that, it's once we are sure of ourselves, of, not even a little bit, a sense, we get a little grasp of it, we'll want more of it, to know ourselves. And just that in general, that is awakening our cultural beauty. That's us entering a new door and, you know what, encouraging yourself and being like, I got this. Like I didn't think I was gonna be Miss MC, or like run for Miss MCC. Like it's so unexpected, but not really, because it's like I want to. It's like I want to learn how to be in a leadership role, and that's me walking into the legacy of cultural beauty, and that's accepting everything around you, even whatever our beliefs or personal beliefs are. It's everything, because it's you, and it's you that's doing the healing. Thank you.
Thank you, contestant number 1. And now we will proceed with our next contestant. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome contestant number 2, Tennille Clark. Must be from you. I'm from West LA.
Hello everyone again, my name is Tennille Clark, and today I'll be talking about my platform, what I chose to do, and also the theme that we chose to go with this year. The platform I chose to run on was keeping Native kids in Native foster homes. And I feel like that ties in very well with the theme, awakening the legacy of cultural beauty, because oftentimes our people have faced systematic genocide, our people have faced forced assimilation in resident schools, the Trail of Tears, the Long Walk. It's all been done before, and I feel like through the foster care system, it's oftentimes they try to take our younger generation and put them through the system of placing them in Caucasian homes or homes where their culture is not present or it's not allowed. And bringing that back, we as a people should revelate and really enjoy our culture and be thankful that we're bringing it back. I had a conversation with a friend earlier, and she said that it's amazing to see Native American people so celebrated at MCC, because years and years ago before, this wasn't allowed, and this probably would have been shut down if it wasn't for us standing up and taking that step, and again, awakening the legacy of cultural beauty. Thank you.
Now that the hard part is over for our contestants, and they will await the awards and crowning portion of the evening with anticipation. At this time, we would like to invite our outgoing royalty to share their farewell speeches. Please join me in welcoming this past year's royalty court to the stage. We will hear from them, the reigning Miss Native Mesa Community College, Cadence Styles, as she delivers her farewell remarks. Judges, you may now pass down your tabulations. Sign it, seal it, deliver it, lick the envelope, code it. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome Cadence. Cadence is a proud member of the Harkins Movie Foundation, Lakota Sioux, and the African American community. Is currently studying creative writing at Mesa Community College. She aspires to build a career in multimedia storytelling, using her voice to share narratives through an Indigenous lens. Over the past year, Cadence has been dedicated representative of MCC, attending campus, local and regional events. Her platform has focused on raising awareness on missing and murdered Indigenous women, girls, and our Two-Spirit relatives. This past spring, she played a key role in organizing and hosting an MMIP awareness walk and rally, advocating for justice and visibility for Indigenous communities. Ladies and gentlemen, Cadence.
I got a bit nostalgic being up here a year ago and just doing all the random poses up here. So that's what that was. Hello everyone, good evening. My name is Cadence Igwe Sales. Mahanja Gamija, Namola Cadence Sales, Nadala Kirby Sales, Nadala I think I'd be crying this quick. This is insane. Nikokapaya Goskiela Abajan Macha, Niewa Mesa, Arizona, Denir Tisibjo, Mesa Community College. I just greeted you all in my native language of Yavapai. I come from the Fort McDowell Yavapai Nation. On my father's side, I come from FNB, and I'm also of the African American descent. And on my mother's side, I come from Fort McDowell, and then I'm also looking to Sioux. So more you know. So I'm here to give my farewell address, and I have a little book with me because I really wanted to channel my inner Chapel Roan. Recently, she won a Grammy, being one of the first pioneers within queer culture to do so. So I thought I wanted to channel that energy today, and even within my makeup as well. Whenever I think of Chapel Roan, I think of Pink Pony Club. Having a space away, being away from home, having a space where you can just be your true authentic self. Being authentic to Chapel was so important to me because she's really being a pioneer within her queer community, something that's important to her no matter where she came from. I think this aligns with my platform that I chose to represent throughout my reign, missing and murdered Indigenous women and Two-Spirit people and identifying them. What does that mean? Really seeing the cause of MMIW, which I try to represent throughout my regalia. Coming from the Yavapai people, we wear camp dresses. So we have the flared sleeves, we have the belt, and then we have the two-tiered skirt, as well as the moccasins, which are usually beaded or studded. Very beautiful. I love my Apache Yavapais. Yes, so I try and represent red. I even had a tattoo in 2023 before my pageant of the red dress movement, so I got a red dress tattoo. This is a cause that means important to me because our Native women are influenced by this every single day. We face the repercussions of what they meant to us and why they went missing. I also wanted to represent our Two-Spirit brothers and sisters because they experience oppression just as much as us women do. Two-Spirit people have existed in our Indigenous cultures for as long as we can remember, but we don't because of intersectionality, how that seems to fail within Indigenous cultures. Being Two-Spirit, it's definitely interesting. Intersectionality was something I learned in my media class. I'm currently studying creative writing here at MCC. This is my second year. I plan to pursue script writing within media, television, movies, to further portray Indigenous and queer voices, also being indigiqueer. Being an Indigenous identity, I'm glad to represent my queer side, but I also come from a Native community, which I represent throughout my skin tone, throughout my hair, throughout what I wear every single day. Having a community coming here, being in these spaces of Native identity is so important because we are still here, our people are still standing. There are 22 tribes in Arizona, and there are over 400 within the United States, and it is so important that our people keep on living and showing our true authentic selves. Feeling alienation is a part of being a Native in the urban city as well, whether that be to non-Indigenous people or to people who may not even look like you. That's a sense of feeling that you can't wear away. I've had the unfortunate circumstances of feeling that, but having a community here makes me feel so safe and seen. So having a purpose at school is very important, and I think about what my purpose is here, and I think of my cat, Mears. He just turned 11 years old, but I do it for him, his food, his wet food, and a blanket that he can sleep on. I love Mears. But I also wanted to thank my family. Indigenous identity, when I mentioned alienation earlier, having cut my hair was a big part of Indigenous identity. I cut my hair in memoriam of my sister, Devony. Devony Shorsdoka. She's from the Salt River, Kima, Indian Maricopa community, but I know her as my sister growing up from Fort McDowell. So I get asked this question, what does it mean to you not having a Native person as my hair? I decided to maintain this role in honor of her not having her long, luscious locks around anymore. Which also means recognizing that my name is Cadence Equi Doka Sales. I am a Doka, and I am from Fort McDowell. With this, I find it important to represent where I come from in my Yavapai community, and with that, I wanted to represent Meswade, a group that was founded in Fort McDowell Yavapai Nation, which we will have a song shortly here with my first lieutenant, Caitlin. I also wanted, on the topic of family, to thank my father for overgoing all the hours of the night of me just sewing these new skirts and these new dresses, and him just hearing the machine just going away. So just wanted to thank you for that, but also all those trips to San Carlos, getting all that regalia so I can go out and show my true, authentic native self. But also just being there for me and inspiring me to pursue higher education. I find it important and look up to my father. Being first generation, I am a second generation student. I also wanted to thank my auntie, who was there every single step of the way. For Nina Sales, I love you so much. I think you've been a real mentor to me throughout life. Auntie, just loud at the back. Wanted to thank my auntie for engaging me in politics, in my Indigenous culture, and where we come from, as well as our ancestors. Also, on the topic of school, I think I've been very involved within the past few years in being involved in Native spaces. I would go through the whole list of programs that I've been involved in, but I'm afraid we do not have time for that. But I continue to be involved as the current Vice President of the Intertribal Student Organization, the Native Club here on campus, which I am so delighted to host our powwow coming up in the next month. I was the former Vice President and President of the Gender Identity and Sexuality Alliance as well, just to name a few, but I think these studies at Mesa Community College provided an opportunity for me. I've really found my family here, within these Native spaces, but also within my educational journey. I also wanted to thank, with all of these messages, the contestants and what value means to them. I know that they worked so hard to put on this night together, practicing, going over everything that they need to submit, and I'm just so proud of these Indigenous women that they can show their culture despite the current climate right now. With all that, tying it in a pretty pink bow at the Pretty Pony Club, I would like to thank, and my biggest takeaway throughout my reign was really my friends who supported me, the community that I've been able to find, and for the purposes that I find in the future. Advocacy is my calling, and it has been my family's calling for the longest time, so I plan to not go away. This will not be the last time you see my face, and I've never imagined being in a royalty role like this before. So, who knows what's in the future? Well, thank you so much for listening, and honey go, thank you.
Good job, Hayden. You're all right. He's like, man, standing back there, like, getting ready to shed some tears. As her uncle, I'm an uncle to all these MCC kids. All right, so let's give our outgoing miss a round of applause. Thank you, Katie. And at this time, we would like to formally acknowledge the first attendant, Miss Native MCC Caitlin Yazzie. Caitlin is a proud member of the Navajo Nation and is currently attending Arizona State University. She graduated from MCC in the spring of 2024, where she was honored as the featured student speaker at the Native American Convocation. Her platform focused on increasing Indigenous representation in the fashion industry, and throughout the year she showcased her incredible talent by designing and modeling her own outfits and fashion shows. Caitlin continues to shine as an Indigenous creative, using her artistry to uplift and empower her community. Let's give her a round of applause.
Okay. Caitlin Yazzie and Share, Kaidana and Slam, Twitchini Bashishi, Twitchini Dashiche, Ado, Nanistage, Tkachini Dashinale, Arizona State University, do fashion design like I could tell you the dance on this. Thank you. I sound like this because I had surgery about 2 weeks ago, and then yesterday is when I had another surgery on my nose. but that's why I sound a little weird. So please, if you can't hear me, just let me know. But yeah, it's been so much fun. I didn't ever think I would be in a royalty role this, like, right now, I guess. I know that when I was little, I always wanted to be Miss Outlaw Nation and be royalty over there, but I was so grateful when Lonnie was like, oh, we're gonna do a Miss Night at MCC, do you wanna try? And then I was like, yeah, I'll do it, yeah. And I was like so excited and everything, and I'm so happy that Cadence was able to get out of her shell as well with me. And I know that we've grown so much closer, and we learned how to work as a team. And yeah, one of my favorite memories from my reign this year was I'm with ASU now, or I go to school at ASU, and they had a Tribal Nations tour. And at this Tribal Nations tour, we go to the elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, and go ahead and talk to them about, show them that you do have a space here, and you do have spaces in college areas. And I think that was just perfect because it tied into our theme of our pageant, which was identifying or Indigenous in higher education. And yeah, I think that was just so cool that I was able to tie our theme into one of my favorite experiences. And another one is when we went to the Northern Navajo Nation Fair, and I was able to wear my, I don't know if anybody else was here, but I had like a really pretty poofy dress. It's like all white or cream color, and we were walking, and there was just this little girl and her other little sister, and they just like literally sprinted to me, and they were like, oh my goodness, you're a princess. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is always what I wanted to be. And so other little kids that, or the younger generation, that if I can do it, then you can do it. It's, if you think about it once, you might as well do it, because that's something that your heart or your gut is telling you to do. And I hope that within our reign, with the two girls, that they'll be able to carry on that legacy of us awakening the legacy of cultural beauty. I think that's why we chose the theme of this pageant, was just to see, like, obviously Lonnie and me and Cadence, we all, we all awoken our own cultural beauty, and being able to learn about other cultures and go to a whole bunch of markets and events that we were attending. I think that's really good, and I'm so grateful that I was given this opportunity, and I actually got out of my shell too. Usually I'm like quiet. I just be like, hey, if I know you, or else I won't even like look at you. But now, it's totally different. I'm totally different. I can go ahead and speak in front of people. I'm not scared of basically talking in public sometimes. I know that in class, that one's the hardest, I think. But like talking to a group of people, it's fun, and I'm so happy that I was given this opportunity to perfect my public speaking skills. And yeah. Oh, also, I'm gonna be ready for Miss Indigenous ASU this year. So yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out for that, and I hope to see you there. Anyways, yeah.
Backtracking to last year's competition, those two girls have really came out of their shell. I remember they were standing here on stage. So give them a round of applause. They have really came out of their shell throughout the year, and watching them present and go around and representing MCC in a good way. I've seen them at every single powwow and Indigenous event throughout the valley, so it was awesome to see that. So at this time, we're going to ask the visiting royalty, to come on stage. We invite Maswade, a drum group from Fort McDowell Yavapai Nation. Really good drum group from our neighboring community there. And they're going to sing an honor song. So Cadence would like all visiting royalty to come on up and just stand behind her, because you guys were really supporting one another and dancing with one another and just being there for one another. Let's give a round of applause to all of our royalty. I know a lot of money, a lot of time, a huge commitment to travel to all these events. And sometimes they have to fundraise and put out blankets, and they have to get designer clothing from their masanas and their grandmas and their grandparents. Hanzo, hi. So we're gonna ask them to stand up here and be a support. So thank you to our visiting royalty. Lenora, you need to come up here too. Just kidding. And then our other deadliest auntie of MCC, Talia White. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Maswati. Awesome, beautiful honor song in honor of our Miss Native MCC and our Miss First Attendant. A round of applause. Thank you, ladies, royalty, for coming up here. The American Indian Institute and Mesa Community College would like to extend their heartfelt gratitude to both of the outgoing royalty members. Their unwavering commitment and leadership have been an inspiration to us all, and their contributions will be cherished. Thank you for representing our community with such grace and strength. You guys ready? And now, the moment we all been waiting for, the presentation of awards and the crowning of Miss Native MCC 2025-2026. Dang, the anticipation. Just kidding. The Best Traditional Talent Award goes to Reagan Ellis. Round of applause. The Best Modern Talent Award goes to Reagan Ellis. The Best Oral Presentation Award goes to Reagan Ellis. Now we move on to the title of First Attendant to Miss Native Mesa Community College. This role carries great significance. Should the reigning Miss Native MCC be unable to fulfill her duties for any reason, the First Attendant will step in and assume the title and responsibilities. All right, so my apologies. There's like all these different things all written all over. So the first Miss Attendant is Tennille Claw. And now, your current new Miss MCC, Miss Reagan Ellis. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Now I know how Steve Harvey felt. It was all hot up here. That's where an MC comes in, master of confusion. So my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope to see these girls at all the powwows throughout the valley. Yeah. And I won't mess up that time. This is my first pageant as an MC, and I'm like, holy. I wish they had scripts for me all the time. Still might mess that up too, huh? So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we have an acceptance speech from our newly crowned Miss MCC, followed by the benediction of Miss MCC, native MCC. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, after she is done, we will be exiting the auditorium for a photo. So.
We got here like at 11:30, prepping everything. I'd like to say thank you to to everyone who was able to put this together. And it was very fun. You know, me and Billy were friends, so we're like, let's do it together. Like, we're twinning in. We're saying we're twinning in because we're both going to win. So at least we'll still be together. So it's like, because this is something that's new to both of us, you know, stepping into a leadership. And, you know, now we're going to have so many questions for Cadence and sorry, I have a stutter a little bit. Caitlin, sorry. And I'd like to say thank you, and I very much appreciate it, and I can't wait to see what I will do within the year. And alongside with Billy, and I'm so happy to be doing it alongside Billy as well, because we're both from Pageant. Dang. and I'd like to say thank you to my family members who are out here, to you, my little brother, my uncle, my little cousins I see, Link, and you know, my parents couldn't make it, or some of my other siblings, but that's because they live far away. But you know, I know they're here too. But thank you very much, and I would like to close everything with a prayer. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for this year's pageant. And we kindly ask you to exit in an orderly manner, as there will be a photo opportunity with the new court in the lobby. And I believe they want all ISO members to stay in here. All ISO members will remain in the auditorium. Have a wonderful evening, and congratulations once again to our newly crowned Miss Native Mesa Community College. If I had a mic, I would drop it.